Are we good? Are we live? Alright, we'll wait. This is always the trickiest part of the stream, where you're just waiting for people to, like, hop in, like, you know, because you don't know when to, like, start talking about everything. So I'll wait for you guys real quick. Today's going to be kind of more of a patient day. We ain't going to go super quick. I mean, if we end up going through a lot of these things quick, we'll go through them quick and get the stream done and over with so everyone can be, you know, go on with their day. But I will wait a little bit for people to get in, see what people start saying in the chat, and all the other good stuff. I'm not expecting a ton of people because I normally don't stream this close to noon at all. But this might become a new regular thing where I am going to be streaming sooner and stuff like that. But can you guys hear me? Is the audio good? Hopefully it is. And then we'll move on from there. Alright, let me check this. Yep, audio's working great. Awesome. Alright, we're going to talk about just a few different things right now. And then we'll eventually end up moving on. I'm going to probably move this by pretty quick, but I want to talk about like a couple stream updates and a couple other things, and move on from that, obviously. All right. Did Trevor shave? Yes, I did. That's one thing I want to point out is I just shaved recently. And I got a funny story about that in just a second. I'm growing it back, so don't worry. But what my idea was for the whole like shaving thing was I was going to I prefer closer to noon. This is a good listen while I work. Yeah, see, some people prefer, some people don't. It's completely fine. I don't know. Your streams this early would be nice. Otherwise, it's just too late for me to be here live. Oh, okay. I understand. If you don't mind, Trevor, I got something I want you to see. Yeah, just send it to me over Discord. Yeah, so I want to point out real quick, I shaved and stuff like that. Funny story real quick with that. So it was either yesterday or the day before, not for sure. I went downstairs and I finally got my buzzer or whatever from my I got my buzzer and everything finally over here, moved to the new place I moved into. This is a new place if you haven't noticed yet. And I went to go shave, and there's this like guard thing where you can select what guard, and I thought, okay, like a 3 guard's gonna be good enough for my beard. I don't want it like, you know, super short or anything, but not super long. I want to get rid of the bushiness of it, and it was a bit different. And so I went to go shave with a 3 guard, and once I shaved on the side here, it shaved it down so much on a 3 guard, and I was like, dang, I guess I gotta shave it all down to that, because I can't just leave like one side of my face short and the other side big. I mean, that ain't gonna be good. So I had to end up shaving it all because of a shaving like an accident. I didn't mean to like shave it down that low, but you live, you learn. I'm gonna probably put like a 7 guard on next time, and hopefully that doesn't get rid of as much hair. But I did keep all the little stubble that I did have, and I honestly don't mind it this way. Food ain't really becoming an issue anymore, because the more and more you have hair on your face, sometimes you'll have food on you and you won't even realize, and it'll be very embarrassing. So yeah, I just wanted to point that out real quick. Alright, so having said that, so a few different things we're going to talk about. I am streaming a lot earlier in the day. I don't expect a ton of people to be here at all. There's a couple other reasons why there's not going to be a lot of people as well. But I'm completely fine with that. I'm still going to be making the content and stuff like that. And just like how I did yesterday, and the day before that, I live streamed 2 days ago, and then yesterday I uploaded certain clips from it, and some of those clips did absolutely amazing. Some of them were getting into the thousands of views, Some of them got hundreds of views. That's completely fine. But I want to know from you guys in the live chat, have you guys appreciated that I cut out the certain segments from the live stream and re-uploaded them as clips? Or do you think that's just too much? I do see some people asking, hey, will you make commentary videos so I don't have to watch these long live streams? I think some people prefer just clips from the live stream, and that will suffice. But let me know in the chat if that's okay with you and all. Some people prefer it just so they don't have to sit through an entire live stream, and hey, I completely understand. I mean, sitting through an entire live stream can be real annoying sometimes, but if you can make it here, I'm very I really do appreciate all of that and all the other good stuff. Moving on, if you guys end up liking this whole stream and stuff like that, and or appreciate it, or anything in between like that, make sure to leave a like, and it would be nice if you shared it, just so, because I am streaming earlier in the day, and if I stream like closer to like 4, 5, 6 p.m., people are getting out of school, people are finishing up college class for the day, people are finishing up work, people are doing a ton of things, or some places they're going to bed, or it's a completely different time, so there's not going to be a lot of people in this stream compared to like if I streamed a couple hours from now. So I'll probably stream for the next hour or two. We'll probably see a spike here and there. You might see a dip or whatever. I don't care. Later on, I'm going to upload clips and we'll see how the clips perform. And then if I just need to move my stream later on in the day, I will try to work that out. Thunder with $5 super chat. You shaved. I'm disappointed now. Despite the story, I'm still disappointed. Anyways, have a great stream and I'll see you later, man. Thank you, Thunder. You're always coming in clutch with the super chats and it makes me incredibly happy. I love your messages that you send. So thank you, Thunder. And to anyone else the stream that might end up donating as well. But we got some important things to talk about. Oh my god, there's some funny things we gotta talk about. So oh man, this is gonna be funny. So first off, as we do in the beginning of every video or every live stream moving forward, we got an Owl Kitty video of the day, and I'm not cutting these into clips. I'm not gonna upload the Owl Kitty videos as separate clips because I'm not just directly gonna steal or anything like that. It's not how that's gonna happen. But I just figured it would be funny if I showed you guys another clip, and go on from there and stuff like that. This is the clip I wanted to show. I don't know. Again, the problem with these clips is that they're in some famous movies, and I don't want them to be copyrighted or anything like that. So I'm going to be careful about playing any audio, but this will be great for you guys to see. And when we're going to watch another, daily routine, whatever you guys want to call it, of watching our Owl Kitty video. So here is the video for you guys. No audio because, again, copyright and everything, but you can appreciate the editing style, the beautiful kitty, the face of Owl Kitty and all. There we go. Owl Kitty endgame. And then the cat just appears on Chris Evans' shoulder. Please make a giant cat running on the battlefield. That's what I'm hoping for. I haven't seen this yet. Is there going to be... Oh, nope, it's a tiny cat leading the charge. Boom! Oh, shit. Just scratch. Oh, and the kitty comes running in. I don't even know who you are. Oh, what? Lightning? What the hell? Oh, okay. Yep. Okay, I'm seeing it now. Alright, that's pretty good. I like that. That's pretty good. Alright, awesome. Awesome stuff right there. Alright, so that's your Owl Kitty video of the day. I'll try to find some more that I can play audio with so it's not just so quiet and everything. But again, want to avoid copyright. And shout out to Owl Kitty. Go subscribe to them. But that's your Owl Kitty video of the day. Moving on, though. We have one more thing, pretty much just off the top, that we have to end up covering before we get into the main topics. And I kind of want to move this along quicker and stuff like that. I just got some other stuff I gotta do for the day, and all this other stuff, but I will try to keep it relaxed and all the other good stuff. Did that cat just do a roundhouse kick? I guess it did. Kitty Avenger, yes. I like that all. Alright, so, a few other things that we gotta talk about. I uploaded some segments and some clips. I'm gonna pull up my actual channel just to show you real quick what I'm talking about. So right here, just worry about this top one right here. This was the live stream from 2 days ago. And then these are individual clips. It ends with dash TJV clips. These are the clips from this live stream. Okay, this is the current live stream, this is the last live stream, and then those are the clips following it. So as you can see, you know, they're not doing too bad. The Ohmwrecker stuff is what most people clicked on. The COVID stuff had a lot of comments and engagement. I did appreciate that. And then we had just some lower end views and engagement there, which I'm completely fine. It's going to be a process in order to see what works and what doesn't work, and what topics work, what topics don't work. So if you sent in a topic that just didn't receive me a lot of views or something like that, I will have to keep that in mind when going to choose other topics. But right now I'm open to pick any topic that pretty much gets sent into me. It has to make sure that it can be short enough so I can include it on the screen, and it has to be an appropriate question or topic to talk about as well. I'm not going to go get into every single movie that's recommended or all this other stuff, but if you have a movie that you think is really, really good, and then, hey, have you seen this movie? What are your thoughts on it? Feel free to send in that question. If it's about drama, bring up the drama stuff. I know a lot of people have been telling me, hey, you should cover this drama and that drama. Send me in a question or topic about it. Sometimes I will cover that and do like my own thing in the beginning of it if it's like a real important thing I want to cover. But as of right now, I'm just taking in topics or questions. So feel free to send it in. It's this email right here. You'll see the email throughout this entire stream. You'll see it in my clips. Feel free to send in any email or anything else that you would like. Hey TJV, I just want to say hi, and today it's my birthday. Can't stick because of school. Okay, well, happy birthday, Iggy. Hopefully you have a wonderful birthday. Hope your day is going well. Moving on from that, I wanted to cover this video right here. Ohm's longest comments. There has been some comments on the live stream, but this is where the clip is directly about what I talked about during the stream. And there's a couple comments I want to address real quick. And like always, I do read your guys' comments regardless if they're negative or not. If you're insulting me and being a bully, or if you're just being critical of me in a appropriate, mature way, doesn't matter. I still read your guys' comments, and I would like to reflect on a couple of them real quick. Sorry if this is going to be annoying for you, but it is my live stream, it is my channel, I get to talk about whatever the hell I want, and maybe you guys will even have your own opinions on some of these comments and have your own response or reflection of it. One thing I want to point out is this comment by Dark Wolf. TJV, you need to pull yourself away from the Delirious versus Ohm BS. It's been going on since April. Delirious wouldn't be Delirious without his fuck-ups, but Ohm lives only for wronging people, attacking his own credibility and ruining lives. Let Ohm be his own downfall, because the only way this drama is going to die is if we let it die. What's in the past is done. Let's all move on with our lives. If Ohm won't leave the past alone, then leave him in the past. So, Dark Wolf just raised a point pretty much saying, let it all die. Just let it all die. Don't talk about it anymore. It's not worth talking about, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to give you a little bit of a newsflash, Dark Wolf. That doesn't really work, telling people just to stop talking about it. It doesn't really work. The way it works, I would say, depending on whatever situation, sometimes people can be very obsessive about it. Certain topics, controversial, drama, whatever it is, people might be just super obsessive with it and bringing it up. Sometimes it's ran with an agenda. Maybe somebody is, you know, corrupt, I guess would be the right word to say, to constantly keep pushing and talking about something. It could also be driven or have motivation coming from a monetary standpoint or an attention standpoint or anything else. I've been accused for a very long time for doing this for attention, for doing it for the clout, for doing it for the money, for doing it for this and that and yada yada yada. And I want to address that it's not entirely wrong. I mean, yes, I do cover the information, and yes, it's been something at first I was like, wow, it gets a lot of views, I should keep covering it as new news comes out about it. But I'm not any different from any other news source out there that covers the constant political stuff happening in the world. Every little thing that Donald Trump said there was CNN covering it all the time. Every little thing that Biden is saying right now, people are covering it constantly every day. And if it's not news for you to watch, then this is not the channel for you to watch any of the Ohm Delirious BS. But there are new things coming out, and that's what I'm covering. Like, for example, that clip that Dark Wolf just commented on, that was a new comment. A new comment that we have not seen before. I mean, it might be similar or just like the exact same thing Ohm has always said, but it's still a new comment. And that's all I'm doing, is I'm just sitting here and doing my best to cover the information, the news, because my channel has been centered around that, and it's grown off of that. And if I want to continue to have my channel to grow, you know, logistically, in a smart way, if you're thinking about it really critically, what would be the best way for me to grow my channel, which is always my goal, to grow more monetary value out of this stuff, to make a living off of this stuff, would be to continue to talk about it. But I have to be able to do that in a smart way where I'm not going to be destroying anything that I'm already currently building. So you can say all you want, just drop it, leave it in the past, let it die. Then begs the question, is it really going to stop anything? And am I the only person talking about it? If I drop it, does it all drop? Does all the drama drop when I stop talking about it? The answer is no. It's not really. It's not really going to sit here and stop anything if I decide to talk about it or not. I took about a week break or whatever, and there was still, like, Mr. Sen and Crow and Chilled Venom and all these other people still talking about it. And I don't see any things in their comments. I read their comments. I read what the general talk is about the main subject I've been talking about. I didn't see anybody saying, just kill the drama, let the drama die, blah, 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 blah. I didn't see anybody doing it. But I get it very critically sometimes, and I'm not saying, Dark Wolf, that you're specifically sitting here saying that I'm doing that. I just believe that if there is new information to cover, I'm going to cover it. And if you're going to get upset about it, fine. Then you don't need to watch that. You don't need to watch this live stream. You can watch the live stream with the other bits of drama or the other bits of stuff that I talk about. But just telling somebody that they need to drop it and then it's all going to end, that's not necessarily the case. It's more of, if there is a problem going on with it, there are going to be solutions to it. If the solution would be to stop talking about it, the problem would have to be like something is constantly being brought up over and over and over and over again. But in the case of what I'm doing, I'm kind of just talking about anything new that they end up putting out. If Delirious or Lizcats put something new out, I'm going to talk about it. If Ohmwrecker talks about something or puts something out, I'm going to talk about it and respond to it. I'm not rehashing or bringing up stuff that has been existing since back in April, like you claim. I think it's May, but it could have been April. And I just wanted to be able to point that out real quick. Regarding your, Mr. Yeet says in the chat, regarding your last stream, people can't and don't have the right to tell you what you can't talk to Ohm or anyone, really. I did what you and others suggested and took out my biases, and I agree with you, and it was all kind of right and wrong. Good luck with the channel. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. At TJV, Lizcats blocked me because I said you weren't flip-flopping, but just giving your opinion whenever more information comes out. I wasn't even talking about her. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. If you guys have any other questions or anything else, send a topic or question in this email and I'll cover it in a future stream. I'm totally fine with that. But having said that, I just wanted to point out that, you know, comments like this of people constantly, and if you ever get it, where if, you know, if it's topic of a video and you're making content out there and you're just talking about something new, you're no different than any other news channel out there who's covering news and commentating over that. And that's what commentators face sometimes, is that if they get backlash, like if their favorite content creator, people will just say, hey, shut up, stop talking about it. And it's this constant, like, okay, you want us to shut up about it, but like, we're also getting told by a completely different side of things that, hey, you need to talk about this. This stuff is important. I get told all the time to go talk about other stuff like James Charles, EDP445, Call Me Carson. Even some people are telling me to start talking about Miniland again, which I have plans to. But at the same time, I'm going to get the exact same treatment if I go bring up that stuff, being like, why do you always have to talk about this? Why are you bringing up drama? And I'm like, Sorry, this is what I choose to do. I'm a drama channel, and if your job is to sit here and constantly criticize drama channels for being drama channels, I'm sorry, but this is going to be a forever loop, because I don't see any of the current commentators like Mr. Sen or Crow or Chilled Venom or anybody, Raccoon Ritz and everything, someone that I've covered before. I don't see them stopping to talk about what they want to talk about, because again, it's their choice to talk about it. Just like how it's your choice to tell us not to. I'm just trying to explain it's going to be a big, huge back and forth. It's going to be a waste of breath. If you have an opinion to share, share it. If you don't, then don't do it. If you see that I'm talking about the Ohm stuff and you don't like me talking about the Ohm stuff, then hit the dislike button. Okay? Because I can still see the like to dislike ratio. I can still see that. And if I'm talking about something and it's getting 90% dislikes or whatever, then it's going to be something I'm going to be less likely to talk about. But the fact that most of my videos about Ohmwrecker and about this drama gets 90% plus likes, that means that people are following along, they're listening, they're understanding, and we're actually, I could be bringing something to the table by commentating on it, and I feel like that's how it's been. And every commentary that talks about it can bring something to the table talking about it. Different opinions, different thoughts, theories about what the hell's going on behind the scenes with all of this. It is all important. I think it's completely fine. Hey, Dad, love the new place. Yes, Caleb, you need to get your ass over here and actually see the place sometime. That would be awesome. Mustang Productions, TJV, nice shave, man. You cleaned up well. This was all by accident. I didn't mean to shave it down this thin, but it is what it is. So hopefully the look doesn't look that bad. You can actually see the shape of my face now, so it's kind of weird. So yes. Another comment I wanted to sit here and cover real quick is this. We got some more classic insults coming into the mix. So be prepared. There's more people insulting me. This isn't something new or getting a surprise or anything. But can someone explain why TJV is getting hate? People on Twitter are saying that they know him IRL and are happy they cut him off from their lives. Simple, he a hypocrite. He keeps making this video over and over again. Like, stop milking the drama. Just get away from it, man. He should make new content. He is making this much worse. Okay? If you mean other channels, then I would guess he keeps complicating the drama. If you personally as a friend and family, I don't know. And then down here, this last one, he is a try-hard hypocrite. I am so angry from TJV right now. I don't want to hear Ohm's name. It disgusts me now. So why'd you click on the video with the name Ohmwrecker if you didn't want to hear the name? So what I'm dealing with here in these comments are a bunch of idiots who be like, I don't even want to hear the name, it disgusts me. I'm sorry, but if you can't even have a discussion, you probably should just not watch the video if you can't have a discussion about it. I don't want to assume that everyone here is a soft snowflake and that every single time I mention Ohm or Ohmwrecker's name, or better yet, if I say the mass gamer or something like that, they're going to get all upset and it's going to disgust them. Okay, I think that everyone else watching this live stream right now, I'm assuming you guys are tough enough for me to say a YouTuber's name, but I don't know, because I read the comments and people are just so disgusted that I have to constantly say Ohmwrecker's name. Sorry, but I'm a drama channel, I talk about it, and when there's new information to cover, I try to cover it the best that I possibly can. It's something that works with me and my channel. I know a lot of information about it. I'm in communication with these people. It kind of makes sense for me to be in the position to cover it and be a commentator on these types of situations. I'm not saying that's the only thing I'll cover, but I am saying that is something I've covered a lot, and I'm looking to cover other topics, but I'm not going to stop talking about what I've talked about before. So yeah, and I will move on talking about this comment for a little bit more and then move on is what I meant. He's not bringing anything new, bro. Now at this moment, all I feel is that he want Ohm to get destroyed, and even much more worse, even in psychology. This person's about to talk about psychology. Okay, these kind of individuals are more likely close to walk on the path of sociopath, as they love other people suffer and do not concern about their family's career, nothing. Delirious and Ohm are adults, both can talk and sort this matter and take it to court just ignore each other, but if TJV keeps spilling more oil in the drama, Ohm will definitely reply. Maybe Delirious, who wants to forget all this, won't. And who knows, that Delirious might have actually done it. Why not let the court thing... I'm sorry, I'm losing all of this. I'm going to skip the next couple sentences. TJV is a bad person in real life now, I have come to know. Dude of medicine. Okay. Alright. That was a painful here real quick. I do want to mention real quick that I've had a lot of people, either in the comments, or on Twitter, tweets, even on Discord, sit here and send me messages of people that they think they know me in real life or whatever, and they go online to see this sort of thing, and it's gonna be something that won't stop, because I don't plan on stopping YouTube. I expect to eventually keep growing and growing and growing, and as you grow, and it's like any of you guys watching right now, if you were to become famous tomorrow and be known by millions of people, how many people in your life that you don't have good relationships with or bad bonds with, how many of those people would sit here and try to speak out badly about you? So I didn't think I had a lot of people. I thought maybe I had like one or two people who would do it, but even then they wouldn't really do it because they don't give a shit. Because they don't give a shit about me, so why would they give a shit about trying to destroy anything that I've started to build and speak badly on me or whatever? But I've had people recently that I know that have gone to Twitter or gone to other places to speak badly of me or to think negatively of me. And some people haven't even gone to the internet before. People are just starting to talk to my other friends about my YouTube channel and how it's changed me and how I'm a piece of shit and all this other stuff. And, oh, we got a new member. Umbrella Corpse, if I pronounced that right. Thank you for becoming a level 1 supporter. I appreciate it. Hopefully you see the great name in the chat responsibly. Thank you for becoming a level 1 supporter. Thank you for becoming a member. I really appreciate it. People in real life, start to sit here and just jump on it. And it's not anybody super important or anything like that. It's just people that I knew from high school or something like that. And they've had like one or two conversations. We've had nothing but nice conversations, nothing but decent interactions. And then they go online to talk badly about me, and then they have nothing nice to say about anything, as if they've had situations with me or they've hung out with me long enough to know who I really am. People have gone online to say that I have a big ego, which again, everybody sits here and says I have a big ego, so like that, they're not bringing anything new to like, if they knew me in real life, I expect you to bring something new to the table. Like, what did I do that's so bad if you know me in real life? And they're just repeating exactly what everybody else is repeating. Like, oh, I know him in real life, he definitely has a big ego. Well, thanks for confirming it. I could have admitted that I have a big ego. That doesn't bring anything new to the table at all. It kind of just shows that some of these people that I know in real life really don't have anything new to bring to the table. They're pissed off at me for whatever reason. When I thought we were cool last we knew, I would have still hung out with you and be cool and talk to you about this and say stuff I normally wouldn't say in a live stream, and we would have been good friends or whatever. But they sit here and decide they just want to have that, difference online for whatever reason. And I'm not... I don't understand it. Weathermain Productions, that should say a lot. People in real life can't even stand you. Well, people in real life can't stand a lot of people. There's a lot of people that you don't get along with in your life. I don't get along with a lot of people in my life. That doesn't really... I don't know what it's saying, because a lot of people deal with that. Everybody deals with people that you can't stand. It happens all the time. From the moment you're born to the moment you go to elementary school, to high school, to college, to a job, to everything. Normal, regular people just can't stand each other. You don't get along with everybody in your life. You're always taught that, hey, you ain't gonna please everyone. You ain't gonna make everybody happy. So I don't know what it would be saying, if that ended up, I don't know what that would be saying. Using and whom have called a hypocrite because you criticized Ohm for not showing, and now you are doing the same. I don't know what you're talking about. How not showing what? Flame, bring up, what am I not showing? Proof or evidence that I don't even have? How's that make any sense? Ohm doesn't show evidence and therefore I don't show evidence, so I'm the exact... Okay, Chromos of Judgment doesn't show evidence about this situation. Is he a hypocrite then? Because he never showed anything. I never claimed any of the major claims Ohm is making that they're real or not. Because I haven't seen them. I haven't done anything. Ohm showed me something in private, and I was like, okay, yeah, that might be right. I said, hey, he has alt accounts, and look it, he admitted he had alt accounts. So if anything, it's the opposite. What I said ended up becoming true. Well, a lot of things Ohm said, we don't even know if it's true or not. It sounds like a bunch of BS and lies. So I don't know what you're talking about. Kayla puts in the chat, me and Trevor have been through the shits more than we'd like to admit, but ain't nobody speaking truth when they talk bad about my mans. Trevor be one of the most respectful and truthful dudes out here. And again, I'm not going to speak too much on what Caleb says and all. He is my friend, call it bias or whatever, but I do try to be respectful as much as I possibly can, and I'm always willing to fix old bonds. Me and him have gone through the shits. Me and Caleb have not gotten along. Very easily, me and Caleb could have started beef, not just in real life, but online, which would have been damaging to both of us, because he's an upcoming rapper. He's really good at what he does. I'm a YouTuber. But me and him could have easily attacked each other online for anything that we're mad about. But again, we're very forgiving people. We like to think very calmly and responsibly and maturely. And I appreciate that he wants to say something nice about me. Because again, I don't know what people are speaking upon when they want to sit here and say negative things about me online. If you have beef with me in person, resolve it in person. If you want to do it online and try to make me seem bad in front of people, it's not really going to work, you know? Because at the very end of the day, I can just sit here and say, oh yeah, that person was mad at me for this. I mean, pick who you want to believe, and then people move on. Like, you want to say that I have a big ego? It doesn't matter. I'll admit I have a big ego. Like, if that's the worst thing somebody can say about me, that I have a big ego, I'm doing pretty good in life, I think. I don't know. Psycho puts, I don't think it's a big ego. You have more confidence than most people, and they are cowards who can't handle it. If we want to get into the insults part of it, sure, but like I do think I have a big ego. I do think highly of myself. I do have a lot of confidence in myself, and people translate that to having a big ego. Again, doesn't bother me in the slightest. I'm here to cover what I believe is truthful, and go on from there and share my opinions about it. Talk about information, talk about news, talk about drama, and that's all I'm trying to do here. I feel like more egocentric people who like to plaster themselves all over their content and make them all involved and always talk about themselves, I think those are the more egotistical people you gotta worry about, not me. But regardless, it's whatever. I'm just trying to share what, like, if I was in your guys' shoes, the haters out there, if I was in the haters' shoes out there, and I hated on, TJV, what would I do? What would I think? And I don't think I would be mad at TJV. I don't think I would be mad at myself if I was one of you guys, because at the end of the day, there's worse people out there, first off. And second, there's nothing I've really done to warrant people to have hate and send death threats like they have before, to just spread around and target certain individuals, when there are worse people out there that we should be focusing on time. And plus, I'm not an individual to really sit here and throw the insults and to start beef and drama and try to make somebody's life more miserable when there's more productive things we could be doing by having a conversation. I'll have a conversation with somebody who hates my guts. That's no problem at all. But sometimes it's a bit of an issue. So yeah. Flame, it was confirmed to be him over the email. TJV does not have access to the email. Exactly, Ohm does. Ohm will not release the email, and that has nothing to do with Trevor. The only thing it has to do with me is that I was able to see it. He screen shared it. I had my camera on. I told Ohm, my hands are up. I'm not recording. I'm not doing anything. If you share it with me, I want to share this publicly, words out of my mouth about the email. And he said, deal, just don't screenshot it, don't record it, and don't release it. He doesn't trust me with screenshots of the email or recordings of the email or anything. He just wanted me to speak about what I saw, so it's like an exclusive type thing. It happens all the time in news, so you're not allowed to, it's just like going to watch a movie and you're the press and you got to talk about that movie. You're not allowed to record that movie. You're allowed to watch it. That's it. Now go talk about it. And that's it. That's all you're allowed to do. And it was the same thing. He didn't want me to have the email and leak it. For whatever reason, did. I assumed it's because he doesn't want to destroy the relationship with the people he was working at Twitter about this thing. He feels like that would cause a bad relationship between him and them, just in case something else happens. But it could be for whatever reason Ohm does. If you want the evidence and proof of what I'm talking about, Ohm is the person for you to go contact, either on Twitter, through email, through anything. Contact him and see if he'll release it. I've already told him several times he should be releasing the email, showing the proof. And the moment he does, I cannot wait for all those people to come back and say, wow, you were actually right about it. And I was like, yeah, even though it's already proven I'm right about it. I told everybody, I told the fucking world that Delirious had alt accounts. And then Liz comes up with the video saying, yep, he does have alt accounts. And Delirious even admits it in a live chat that he has alt accounts in one of my live streams. And people are still at me like, show the proof. You don't have the email. The email's fake. You're just lying for Ohmwrecker. What the fuck are you talking about? Delirious and Liz admitted it. I just don't understand people sometimes, but it's okay. It's whatever. Am I crazy, or are people kind of caught up to speed that the email's real now? Like, why would I come out and say, oh, there's this random email Ohm got from Twitter about it? Does everyone believe now that the email's real, or are we still stuck on that? Do we still need an entire video or live stream talking about it? Just asking. Because if people really need a re-explanation for it, I'll do it. Was Ray Harper among the list? Yes, it was among the list. It lists the alt accounts and the main accounts and the attachment, you know, saying that these accounts are this, blah, 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 blah. Ray Harper was included. There's an email. Yes, so it's old drama. Pretty much, Ohmwrecker reported Delirious in these alt accounts. He believes that they were alt accounts that were being used to harass and stalk and do all this other stuff. He reported it to Twitter. Twitter always replies back with updates about what they're doing and how their investigation's going. Twitter ran their own investigation, found Delirious was wrong. That's why his Twitter account was suspended, and all these alt accounts were suspended. Among that list was like Ray Harper, the Pizza Pirate, Birdwatcher account, etc., etc. Ohm lied or lies account or whatever. And that's where we're at. I, spoke publicly about that. Ohm didn't want me to give me anything. He just wanted to share a screen real quick and show it. So he did. I think he sent one thing in a Discord DM, but then he deleted it right after I saw it. And then I spoke about it publicly. It's up to him if he wants to release that. I said, if people don't believe me, that's completely fine. But I believe that it is real because I've seen it. And I saw like the page or the source code header and everything else for it. It's a real email from somebody who works at Twitter. And then a couple weeks later, LizCats come out with their video confirming what I saw. Confirming that those accounts are alt accounts of Delirious's. So I think it's kind of obvious that that email was real at this point. There's no questioning that email being fake. I don't know. So Ohm lied or proof? I mean, he did show proof. I mean, it was actual proof. Again, like I said, Ohm has fucked up on a lot of things, okay? But there are a couple things that you just have to watch out for and make sure that you don't have yourself fall into that category of people who are just always don't trust Ohm. If the guy has something to say, hear him out and then criticize him after about whatever he says. But make sure you actually have some critical thinking to do with it and move on. And that's my only PSA about this. So we talked about it. We can move on now. Not worry about focusing all the time. If you have more questions about it, just email a topic or question about the entire thing and I will cover it in another live stream or whatever. Send in a super chat. Do whatever you do. Yada, yada, yada. But yeah, I wanted to cover these comments that I just covered here real quick. It was on my latest video. I think I'll do that in the beginning of my live streams. After I just uploaded stuff, I will always like pull a comment and respond to it just so I'm interactive with the people who are watching, people in my community, people, maybe they're not in my community, maybe they just came by to send hate and insults like this dude of medicine said, calling me a hypocrite and a bad person in real life. As if anybody knows me, and none of you guys know me in real life, so I don't know you guys in real life. I wouldn't say if you're bad people or not. I think that's just incredibly rude to say that about somebody, but it is what it is. All right. Moving on, we got topics to talk about, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. We got topics to talk about, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about. So, first topic of the live stream, it comes from Nate and Amber Ray. why don't you set up a name for us fans like Yoshi Troopers or Yoshi Squad? I don't know, because it's your channel name. Also, what about the Ohm comment? So we just sort of talked about the Ohm comment real quick. I'll kind of wait on that real quick. For the name. What would you guys think would be an appropriate name for you guys? Because I talk about drama. I'm a commentary channel. I'm kind of circling more to, like, the news stuff, you know? Talking about just general news and drama. But I've had Yoshi, you know, there's this Yoshi right up there. If you end up setting in a super chat, subscribing, becoming a member, or donate on the tip link down below, the Yoshi pops up here. I have all these Yoshis back here. The Yoshi light, which isn't visible. I should bring it out more. There we go. So I have all of this Yoshi stuff. What would you guys like to be called as, like, a fan base? And I've always seen this as a very interesting thing to make your audience feel more connected and more like a community. And I think some people do it really well. Some people do it very well. If we're going to talk about the drama like Ohmwrecker and Delirious, Delirious has his own fan base. He calls them the Delirious Army. Great, awesome. But to sit here and just put something after your name, like the TJV Army, the TJV Brigade, the TJV Country, you know, similar to like Earnhardt Country for any NASCAR fans out there, putting stuff like that, Yoshi's Bunch, that's something, I guess. That's a lot, you know, I want it to be super creative. It would be cool to have TJV in there, but if not, just having something Yoshi related would be cool. I don't know. I don't think it necessarily works with a commentary channel. And I don't think it does. Sometimes it does. Maybe it all depends on the name. But for this topic and for this, you know, clip later on once it's uploaded, I want you guys to specifically, like, just take a minute to think, if you don't mind, what would be a good name? What would, you know, if you were part of this community, what would you like to be called if you're a huge fan of mine? Or if you're not part of this community and you don't want to be included in this, what would be a good name for people who end up following me and want to be part of that? Somebody said Yoshi Army. Some people are saying Yoshi's Bunch. TJV's Yoshi Eggs. That's a little weird. You know, try to get really creative. I think I will, you know, when I upload this clip later, and I see a lot of the comments, you know, just asking, what should my fan base be called? Maybe I'll take some of the best ones and throw it up, and then we'll have an official name at some point. If not, maybe it'll just always be something that we don't ever figure out. And if we don't, I think that's completely fine. I just think that it would be interesting if we ended up having a name. So yeah. Having said that, talking about the Ohm comment, he commented something long. I covered it in my last stream. I have a clip talking about it. I looked over it this morning to see if I wanted to talk about anything else. There wasn't really anything else I wanted to talk about. He covers a lot of the same information we've already known. More of his opinions and his side of things in there and everything else. So that's something else. All right, we're connected. We're back, guys. Can you guys hear me? Back. We're supposed to be back. We should be back.